The 90s brought some memorable movies that are hard to forget. Every year, one of the best movies was produced that was loaded with action and thrill. It's hard to say which one of them was the most outstanding, but every movie was worth watching. Welcome to Binge TV, and here are the top 10 best action movies of the 90s. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications for more videos like this one. 10th place, True Lies. True Lies stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, and Art Malik. The film grossed $378 million worldwide at the box office, and was also nominated at the Academy Awards and BAFTAs in the Best Visual Effects category, and also for 7 Saturn Awards. The film follows U.S. government agent Harry Tasker, who struggles to balance his life as a spy with his familial duties. His wife Helen and his daughter Dana think he is a computer salesman, while he is actually a secret agent for a U.S. intelligence agency. Harry and fellow agent Albert Gibson infiltrate a party in Switzerland, where they learn of the existence of a terrorist group. Harry fights them off, but he misses the birthday party that his wife and daughter have arranged for him. Harry heads to Helen's office the next day to surprise her for lunch, but overhears her talking to a man named Simon, fearing that Helen is having an affair. 9th place, Conair. Conair is an action thriller film starring Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, and John Malkovich, with Steve Buscemi. Conair was a box office success, grossing over $224 million against a production budget of $75 million. Sergeant Cameron Poe returns home to his pregnant wife Tricia after a series of combat deployments during Desert Storm. However, he is given a 10-year prison sentence for unintentionally killing a drunk man who attempted to assault Tricia. 8 years later, Poe is paroled and boards a flight to Alabama on the Jailbird. Poe is flying alongside his diabetic cellmate, Mike Babio Odell. Most of the inmates boarding the flight are being transferred to a supermax prison. Mass murderer William Billy Bedlam Bedford, John Johnny 23 Baca, Black Guerrilla member Nathan Diamond Dog Jones, and the criminal mastermind Cyrus the Virus Grissom. After taking off, inmate Joe Pinball Parker sets another prisoner on fire as a distraction, allowing Grissom and Diamond Dog to take over the plane. They plan to land at Carson Airport as scheduled, pick up and transfer other prisoners, and then fly to a non-extradition country. 8th place, Face Off. Face Off is an action thriller film starring John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. The film earned $245 million worldwide and was nominated for an Academy Award. FBI agent Sean Archer survives an assassination attempt by sociopath Castor Troy, but the bullet penetrates Archer's chest and strikes his son, Michael, killing the boy. 6 years later, Archer decides to avenge his son. Troy culminates in his team's ambush of Troy and his younger brother. Troy goads Archer with the knowledge of a bomb located somewhere in Los Angeles, set to go off in a few days, but he is knocked into a coma before Archer can learn more. Alex, in custody, affirms that the bomb is real but refuses to reveal its location. Archer secretly undergoes a highly experimental face transplant procedure by Dr. Malcolm Walsh to take on Troy's face, voice, and appearance. Archer is taken to the same high-security prison where Pollux is being held, where he manages to convince Pollux that he is Troy, gaining information on the bomb's location. Troy unexpectedly awakens from his coma and discovers that his face is missing. 7th place, Hard Target. Hard Target is an action film starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Yancey Butler. In New Orleans, a homeless veteran, Douglas Bender, is the target of a hunt. He is given a belt containing $10,000 and told that he must reach the other side of town to win the money and his life. Pursuing him is the hunt organizer Emile Fauchon, his lieutenant Pike Van Cleef, and a businessman named Mr. Lepaki, Fauchon's client, who is paid $500,000 for the opportunity to hunt a man. Bender fails to reach his destination and is killed by 3 crossbow bolts. Van Cleef retrieves the money belt. Bender's estranged daughter Natasha is attacked by a group of muggers who saw that she had a lot of cash earlier. She is saved by a homeless man, Chance Boudreau. Chance allows Natasha to hire him as her bodyguard. Natasha discovers that her father distributed flyers for a seedy recruiter named Randall Poe, who has been secretly supplying Fauchon with homeless men with war experience and no family ties. Natasha questions Randall about her father's death, but they are discovered by an eavesdropping Van Cleef. 6th place, Bad Boys. Bad Boys is an action comedy film starring Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. The film was commercially successful and spawned the Bad Boys trilogy, which includes 2 sequels, Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys for Life. Marcus Burnett and Mike Lowry are Miami police detectives investigating $100 million of seized mafia heroin, which was stolen from a secure police vault. Internal Affairs suspects that it was an inside job and threatens to shut down the entire department unless they recover the drugs within 5 days. Mike asks his girlfriend Maxine to look out for people who are newly rich and therefore suspects. She gets herself and her best friend Julie Mott hired as escorts by Eddie Dominguez, a former crooked cop. The party is soon interrupted by Dominguez's French drug kingpin boss Fauchette and his henchmen Casper, Ferguson, and Noah. Dominguez and Max are killed while Julie manages to escape. Frantically calling the police station, Julie insists on talking only to Mike, who is away. Knowing she never met Mike, Captain Conrad Howard forces Marcus to impersonate Mike to talk to her. At her apartment, Marcus and Julie are attacked by some of Fauchette's henchmen, one of whom Marcus kills. 5th place, The Mummy. The Mummy stars Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah, Kevin J. O'Connor, and Arnold Vosloo. The film grossed over $416.4 million worldwide, and its success spawned 2 direct sequels, The Mummy Returns and The Mummy: Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. The film follows adventurer Rick O'Connell as he travels to Hamunaptra, the city of the dead, with a librarian and her older brother, where they accidentally awaken Imhotep, a cursed high priest with supernatural powers. Jonathan reveals that he stole the box from Rick O'Connell, who discovered the city while in the French Foreign Legion. Evelyn and Jonathan find Rick and make a deal with him to lead them to the city. Rick guides Evelyn to the city, encountering a band of American treasure hunters led by Rick's cowardly acquaintance, Benny Gabber. Despite being warned to leave by Ardith Bey, leader of the Medjai, the 2 expeditions continue their excavations. Evelyn searches for the Book of Amun-Ra, made of pure gold. Instead of finding the book, she stumbles upon Imhotep's remains. At night, Evelyn reads from the Book of the Dead aloud, accidentally awakening Imhotep. 4th place, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Terminator 2: Judgment Day is a science fiction action film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Robert Patrick, Edward Furlong, and Joe Morton. Terminator 2 follows Sarah Connor and her son John as they are pursued by an advanced Terminator T-1000 sent back in time to kill John and prevent him from becoming the leader of the human resistance. Terminator 2 is also sent back in time to protect John. The Terminator and the T-1000 meet John in a shopping mall, and a chase ensues, after which John and the Terminator escape together on a motorcycle. Fearing that the T-1000 will kill Sarah to get to him, John orders the Terminator to help free her, after discovering that the Terminator must follow his orders. They discover Sarah as she is escaping from the hospital, although she is initially reluctant to trust the Model 101. After all 3 of them escape from the T-1000 in a police car, the Terminator informs John and Sarah about Skynet's history. Sarah learns that the man most directly responsible for Skynet's creation is Miles Bennett Dyson, a Cyberdyne systems engineer working on a revolutionary new microprocessor that will form the basis for Skynet. 3rd place, The Matrix. The Matrix is a science fiction action film starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie Ann, Hugo Weaving, and Joe Pantoliano. The Matrix grossed over $460 million worldwide and won 4 Academy Awards. The film's success led to 2 feature film sequels, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. The film plot depicts a dystopian future in which humanity is unknowingly trapped inside a simulated reality, the Matrix, which intelligent machines have created to distract humans while using their bodies as an energy source. When computer programmer Thomas Anderson, under the hacker Neo, uncovers the truth, he is drawn into a rebellion against the machines, along with other people who have been freed from the Matrix. 2nd place, Goldeneye. Goldeneye is a spy film, and the first to star Pierce Brosnan as the fictional MI6 agent James Bond. The film grossed over $350 million worldwide and received award nominations for Best Achievement in Special Effects and Best Sound from the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. In 1986, MI6 agents James Bond and Alec Trevelyan infiltrate a Soviet chemical weapons facility in Arkhangelsk. Trevelyan gets caught and killed by Colonel Arkady Grigorovich Orumov, the facility's commanding officer, while Bond manages to destroy the site before escaping. 9 years later, Bond attempts to free Zina Onatop from stealing a Eurocopter Tiger attack helicopter during a military demonstration in Monte Carlo, but fails. Returning to London, Bond oversees MI6 staff monitoring an incident in Severnaya, Siberia, after the stolen helicopter turns up at a radar facility there. An electromagnetic pulse blast suddenly hits the site, destroying it. M assigns Bond to investigate after it is determined that the blast came from a Soviet-era satellite armed with a nuclear electromagnetic pulse space-based weapon, codenamed Goldeneye. Escorted to the meeting by Onatop, Bond discovers that Janice is led by Trevelyan, having faked his death. Learning that Trevelyan seeks revenge against Britain for betraying his parents, Bond is sedated before he can kill him and trapped in the stolen tiger. 1st place, Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is an action spy film produced by and starring Tom Cruise. The film became the 3rd highest grossing film of 1996, and its success spawned the Mission Impossible film series. Jim Phelps and his latest Impossible Missions Force team are sent to Prague to stop Agent Alexander Golitsyn from stealing the CIA non-official cover list. The mission fails when the list is stolen. Phelps is killed along with Golitsyn and the rest of the team in various incidents, leaving Ethan Hunt as the sole survivor. Hunt realizes that another IMF team is watching him and that the mission was a setup to lure out a mole within the IMF, who is believed to be working with an arms dealer Max as part of Job 314. Hunt escapes by using exploding chewing gum given to him by another agent before the mission. Claire, Phelps' wife and fellow team agent who was thought to have been killed in a car bombing, arrives at the safe house, explaining that she escaped the car bombing after Phelps aborted the mission. Hunt arranges a meeting with the arms dealer Max to warn her that the NOC list she has is fake and equipped with a tracking device. Max chooses to believe him, and they escape together just as Kittredge and the other IMF team, following the tracking device, raid Max's apartment. Hunt promises Max to give her the actual list in return for $10 million and Job's identity. On the train, Hunt directs Max to the list. Max verifies it and sends Hunt to the baggage car where the money and Job are located. So, what are your thoughts on all these action movies? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.